Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Cop Out State of Mind. I'm Dean. This is Gev.
Yep.
This is Mo. I forgot who everybody was for a second. This is Mo.
What's going on, guys?
And Ben.
What's up?
So, we're here to prepare for the most probably one of the exciting matches every season for the last couple of seasons. The team that we lost the title on by 1 point. The team that we were on their asses all season is now on pretty much our ass. And we tried to largen the gap come tomorrow. Guys.
It's a 6-point game.
How do we feel? It's a 6-point game.
It is.
How do we feel? How do we feel, Mo? How you feeling?
Butterflies have been in the stomach since Wednesday.
Yeah, I've been watching hype videos for since Villa.
This is our
My
biggest game.
schedule's been off. It's just...
Yeah, it's kind of just... It really is that game you look forward to because you realize the implications it has already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you realize... So, like, we have a nice... No lead is comfortable, but you have a nice space between you and second place. Well, actually... The City's not even in second place right now. City dropped to fourth today with wins from Leicester's in second and Chelsea right behind them, and City fall to fourth. So
Sheffield right behind them also,
which is pretty wild. Yeah. So basically, if we gain any points, if we gain 1 to 3 points, City stays in fourth.
I don't care where they stay.
We gotta treat this game like leg one of a knockout game.
Right. It really is, exactly. Yeah. Literally, or like a cup final, like a leg one, like a very important game. Now, what I want to say is building up to this match, to the tactics. Let's look back at our previous results of the previous matches. We had, I believe it was 3 comebacks in a row in the Premier League. It was against Leicester, it was against Spurs, and then against Villa. Now, some will say we didn't play our best games, right? And
We didn't.
Right. And now, like Mayer said, he said that Liverpool, like against the game against Genk where he won 2-1, Liverpool come out and it sort of seems that they feel entitled to win. Like they feel like we are going to win this match no matter what. But it's a good mentality to have, obviously. Yeah. But sometimes you don't see the urgency straight off the first whistle. And I don't like that.
It's very cocky of them. They have moments where they're complacent. They're not there 100%. They're not giving their all. They're not sprinting for every ball. They're not winning every second ball. They're not pressing as much as they should. Sometimes they're off, and they try some ridiculous things, and it's not clicking, and the effort's not there, and you can see it. They're not talking. It's just like, okay, like, they step onto the field and say, like, all right, we're Liverpool. Like, we're champions of Europe. Like,
yeah, that's a high they have to get off. That's a high they have to get off of.
Someone's going to step up, like, we'll win the game eventually. Like, you can't be doing that.
So the point I was trying to make...
Not that they will against City.
Right, so exactly. So the point I'm trying to make is I don't think this will be a game where Liverpool come out that way. I feel... I feel like this is a game Liverpool will be jumping out the gates the way they did against City in previous games. You know what I'm saying? Especially, there was the 4-3. There was the 2 Champions League games where we struck pretty early, even though they scored the first at the Etihad. This is a game I feel you have to come out with a totally different approach than they have the last couple of games.
This is a game that we need Ox to be a difference maker, and I'm saying we need Ox to be a difference maker, and not we need Ox to start. I believe he's earned his spot in this game.
I agree with you.
This is his game to shine.
I agree 100%.
We put out very similar lineups throughout the whole. You know what I mean? We put out the same lineup in Premier League throughout the whole entire time, and City constantly are rotating. They're constantly rotating. Like, realistically, we're sitting back. We're like, okay, we're expecting Sterling. We're expecting Aguero,
To be fair...
Bernardo Silva.
Sorry.
Who are we expecting?
To be fair, like, they have not been able to do that as frequently...
due to injuries.
Right? Like, they have Firmino playing center back. Yeah. They had Stones out with injury. Laporte's out with injury. I don't think Rodri is going to be playing.
Did you mention Ederson?
So supposedly, according to Pep, Ederson is not ready. We don't know how. We'll see come match day, but who knows? Like, he's supposedly just flat out, no, he won't be playing. He's not expected to be with David Silva, and he's not expected to be with Rodri as well. And as for Liverpool, we just have Matip and obviously Shaq. Hendo's back to training after being ill, so he's expected to start, and I think obviously Fab is starting, but the position of conflict right now, everywhere you look, seems to be: do you start Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain?
I'm going to say probably a definitely.
Definitely yes.
Because we see that he's got like 3 goals in 3 games.
4 goals in 4 games.
4 goals in 4 games. And you see somebody who could like break like a strong back line. He'll put shots up. He can fucking hit one, obviously. And you want to, for a team like City, who are just like obviously former champions, you want to come out strong. You want to test the keeper. They're gonna have their backup in there, Bravo. So you just want to
also a class keeper.
He's class, but
he was starting for them before Ederson came.
He's not in game
he's not
form.
Ederson.
No, I'm not saying he's not Ederson, but he hasn't been playing.
Right. Not just that. Ederson is such a key part to what City do. He starts a lot of attacks for them.
Yeah.
He has amazing distribution. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like up to par with Alisson. Like I believe maybe it's A1, A1B when it comes to distribution. Alisson's very good at distribution. We've seen him create a few goals, like whether it be straight to the other half or straight to the fullback who starts a counter, like the way it was quick against Arsenal and it was quick to Trent, trick to Salah, boom.
But I'll tell you what it is.
Ederson is great at that.
Ederson is great at that when City are able to play their game. Their game is control, possession, hold the ball, bring the ball back, hundreds of passes back in their defensive end. And I feel like especially against us, in the past, I don't know how many games we played, they haven't been able to play the game they play usually.
Right.
They're holding 65-70% possession throughout majority of games they play.
Right.
With us, we're 50-50 neck and neck with them.
They average like last season, their lowest possession was their both games was against us. They had like 49 or 50%.
Listen, a big
possession.
part of their game is the consistent passing. You know, listen, the more passing they make, the smoother the transitions become throughout the game. The better the positioning and the vision is. You know, you figure everything out together, and us preventing them from doing that, our midfield needs to be very, very dominant tomorrow. Not as much as we need them to push forward, but as far as holding and positioning and bringing the ball up together. You know what I mean? I feel like if we're not able to control the ball in the mid and we lose the ball to them, we're done. You know, our wingers aren't good. They know what we do. You know what I mean? They're 100% gonna play Kyle Walker.
Look,
no.
Yes,
you just said that, and then you said let's start Ox. You just went
exactly. You went against what Ox would be doing.
Hold on.
I said Ox is a difference maker
disagree
in this game.
with all
I'm
of
saying
you guys.
that the defense needs to be like us. Our
I don't
defense
think
is going
you
to
should
win
start
or
at
lose
all.
our game tomorrow.
I don't think he should start.
You don't think Ox should start
at all? First of all, you need your captain. That's number one.
No, he's starting. What I was saying, I think it's definitely between Gini and Ox.
He's never gonna start Fab, Hendo, Ox. He's never gonna start them.
That's a good point.
It's only gonna be Fab, Gini, Hendo, or Fab, Gini, Ox. One of the two. That's number one.
You don't think it's Ox?
He's not gonna do it. They're too similar. They're too alike. Like Gini brings as much as you don't see it, he does bring another dimension. He's great off the ball.
Yeah. No, he is. He protects the ball. I love him.
You want to control the mid? I completely agree with you. You need Hendo, you need Gini, you need Fab, you need the Bulldogs. You need them to run down all game and come out City. That's how you control a fucking midfield. I want to see them go out tomorrow like fucking animals. And believe me, Klopp is someone who learns. He learns quick. This is going to be, his 6th game against them?
Yes.
Okay, 6th game. By this point, he knows exactly how he wants to handle. He knows exactly how he's going in. The players are ready. They're mental giants.
By the way, I think he's played way more than 6, by the way.
Against City?
I would have to think so. He probably played them 4 times alone last year.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably more. You're talking about the Premier League meetings.
And Super Cup. He's had a fair amount.
We were in a similar position, and we botched.
You mean both games, technically. We could have lost the first game, too, on that Mahrez penalty miss.
Exactly.
Wow.
He knows exactly how they're going to come in. They're going to come out strong. I want to see a full-on press, maybe even like last year, just balls out.
But this is probably... Okay, I'll tell you something. City is City. They're still strong, still dominant, as we've seen. They've had their hiccups. We obviously have had our hiccups as well. But I would say that this time around, even though it's never easy and it's never comfortable, even we obviously seen that against the lesser sides in the Premier League, Genk, or I feel like this is our best chance at 3 points, given their injuries at the back. David Silva is an incredible veteran presence there, and he's amazing.
Huge player.
Our form is not that great.
Well,
No,
listen,
we're in great form. Whether you want to look at performances or not, you look at form.
In terms of W's, we're in
Hold
great
hold
form.
on,
Right.
guys.
W's are in
Let's be realistic here. We're taking away. They're injured in the back. Yeah, they're still going to start Stones, and they're starting Fernandinho. They're not starting a 19-year-old from an academy. They're
No,
starting
I know.
Fucking Fernandinho, one of the best.
He's not a center back. He's not a center back.
He's
But
been
he's
a
defensive.
center defensive mid for the last I don't know how many.
No,
years,
I understand
and
that.
dominating in that position. So it's not like we're going up against someone who can't keep up.
That's
or
not.
doesn't
I'm
know what
not.
to do.
I like I said. It's like even against the lesser teams, it's not been comfortable. It's not been easy. So
right.
definitely, I'm not expecting a simple.
we have
I'm
to
not saying a
play
walk.
different.
They're
have to
playing
approach
Cancelo
differently.
tomorrow.
I don't. Cancelo could start for them. You know what I'm saying?
Walker,
Cancelo can start. It'd be Cancelo, it could be
Mendy.
Mendy and
Who's like Zinchenko's hurt.
Yeah,
Zinchenko's hurt.
David Silva's hurt, right?
So I was thinking,
Stone,
so Walker basically
Rodrigo.
Walker played in goal during the
Rodrigo,
week.
Zinchenko, and
So,
Silva not playing.
I think we're-
possibly Ederson also.
I think we're gonna see Walker.
Okay.
Um,
Stones, Fernandinho.
Yeah,
Yeah, Stones played.
Stones, Fernandinho, and I think it'll be. Oh, it could be Mendy.
it will be Mendy.
It has to be
Cancelo's
Mendy.
gonna play.
It has to be Mendy.
It's gonna be Mendy. It's gonna be Mendy. You're right.
De Bruyne, David Silva.
No, David Silva's out.
Bernardo
Bernardo-
Silva.
Bernardo Silva and Gundogan.
Not Mahrez and start Mahrez.
Maybe Mahrez, Aguero, Sterling.
Obviously, they don't have Sane this time around. Sane used to give Trent problems all the time.
Yeah, but now they have Sterling to give Trent.
Mahrez,
Now they have
Aguero.
No,
Mahrez.
I don't. I think.
Mahrez
No, I
to give
think
Trent problems.
Trent can reach Sterling all the way.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think he knows.
Leroy's a different caliber.
Yeah. Leroy's a different caliber. Sterling. I mean, listen, we can't take away from Sterling. He gets better and better every year. He gets better and better every year. Pep has turned him
But
into an unbelievable.
defending Leroy's like defending the man. He has tricks up his sleeve. He's smart. He's a great player.
He could dribble past
Defending
you.
Sterling is more like being at the right place in the right time.
Yeah, and it's more like listen, you can't let him get that last. Can't let him get that last touch.
Yeah.
and then he's by.
He
That's
finds
it.
himself in like very, very great positions.
Yeah, he's got speedy feet, and you know,
Favorite word speedy.
huh?
Your favorite word.
He's
speedy.
quick. He's fast.
No, I didn't
quick,
do
he's
quick or
fast.
fast. I said speedy,
Wow.
and I said his feet are speedy.
Dean
Wow,
loves speed.
there are a
Yeah.
lot of numbers in
So it's okay. So what I'm trying to say is here in this match,
Wow.
like Klopp said, this match is still just an early match with so many more games. So Klopp said in his interview, he goes, if I win tomorrow, I still got the rest of the season to go. That doesn't mean if we win tomorrow and don't win the rest of the way, what does that mean? You know, like this. So this is a game that like you really have to like build off. They've had a lot of time to train. We sit here a week in the back. You have to really hope, and the only thing I'm expecting is a different approach this game, and I can't stress the different approach
It
enough.
will be different.
We
The
can't go
energy
into
in the
complacent.
stadium will be different.
Oh my
Right?
God, Anfield's
That's
gonna be rocking.
Yo, the city buses, the city coach
gonna
is
get
not
destroyed.
gonna get a good welcome.
Yeah,
No.
It's gonna get murked.
Yeah, whatever.
it's
What are the lineup predictions for tomorrow, Ben?
Like we said, I mean, as much as I'd be excited to see Ox in there, I think realistically he's a 65th, 70th minutes like super sub.
if we need a goal.
Yeah.
If we need a goal, and you know what? If we don't need a goal, I think he comes on anyway to play. Unless
Fresh legs.
No, yeah. No,
fresh
listen,
legs regardless. I mean,
I think it'll all depend on
who's playing well and how they're playing.
It'll depend on the score. It'll depend on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Klopp, I really do want to say Klopp has been really superb this season with making
let me ask you,
substitutions.
Very well.
One 160th minute.
Great
put him on?
subs.
Yeah.
2 160th minute.
Us?
Yeah,
No.
you don't,
I wait till
No.
75th.
and then put him on.
But you can't. But you can't
Either
even.
way, he comes on.
You can't really say that. A little.
It really
have to
depends
see
the
how
way
it-
the
how-
game.
Yeah,
is
it depends
flowing.
who's got the momentum.
Yeah.
Are they pressing? Are we sitting back?
Yeah,
like
so
you really.
I mean, front three, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, and Lovren in the back.
Over
Hendo,
Gomez,
Gini,
yes.
Fab, I guess. Hendo,
Yeah.
Gini, Fab.
I think that's what
the
it's got to
lineup
be.
put out, you know?
Everybody wants to see Ox.
Lovren comes up big against City.
He's been good.
And,
He's been good.
he's had the
Yeah,
most
I'm
meetings
for it.
with them. I
Yeah,
think.
he's played them a lot. Like obviously, like those Champions League games. Like,
Okay, you know what?
That was Matip and the first one I think.
So
was that before Van Dijk came?
No.
No, it was
City-
after.
What the?
Virgil's-
I'm talking about the 4-3 in the Premier League, like that game, like two seasons ago, early in the season.
Yeah,
the
whatever
4-3. That was Matip and Lovren in the back, and they were like,
Yeah.
and carries
You know
as
what?
well.
Speaking of defense and goals, we're We're going to do an episode of Ben Things.
Our segment.
There have been over 2.5 goals scored in 10 of Manchester City's last 12 games. Okay?
Is that against us or in general?
In general.
So what? Say it again.
There have been over 2.5 goals scored in 10 of Manchester City's last 12 games. There have been over 2.5 goals scored in 9 of Liverpool's last 11 games. So it's all looking like it'll be a very high-scoring match. I mean, numbers included. City, considering they won 22 of their last 25 Premier League games. And
they can score in bunches as well.
Liverpool having scored at least 2 goals in their last 12 home matches. You know, all the numbers are in favor of a goal fest tomorrow. Manchester City have scored at least 2 goals in 11 of their last 12 matches.
Guys, I really think Anfield is going to show up tomorrow hard.
Speaking of Anfield showing up, we have an undefeated home record of 43 matches.
Right. So I think
Anfield's got to be in there.
Yeah, Hendel will be in there. No. Okay. I think we are going to... I think City are coming in shook. Actually, you know what it is? I started following, because I wanted to see the news on Ederson. See if I took a screenshot of it. I wanted to see news on Ederson, so I followed some ITK, like City ITKs on Twitter to see what their updates are on Ederson and stuff.
Enemy lines.
Yeah, to see I'm like a Spygate, you know. And there was a poll. Oh, please let me. Please hope I find it. Shit, I'm not gonna find it. It was a poll basically like, how do you feel about Sunday? And the highest one, like the highest thing, was like they're shook. Like fans are like really shook.
Pep shows it all the time that he's shook.
Yeah,
that's all he could talk about.
Yeah, and I think they got to show up. I think Anfield has to make them feel insanely uncomfortable. And that's it. Make it just very, very uncomfortable for them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even think they're champions, right? But I think Anfield could break them. We saw what Anfield did to them in the Champions League.
Can break
you know, in that 4-3. And Pep is shook of Anfield. Pep is like the only place in Europe that you literally feel like they're up a man the whole time with Anfield there.
Make you feel small.
Anfield needs to shake.
He says as soon as when they score one, you know they're scoring another one. That's the same thing, against Barca. Like it's like they make you feel like that's why we need to score quick. We need to score first. If we score first and quick, because we've been conceding early goals lately.
We need to
bullshit goals though. Bullshit.
Doesn't matter.
It's the high.
It doesn't matter. Klopp needs to fucking listen. We've been fucking first, second against the Tottenham, and then like in the first 15 minutes against Villa. Fuck that.
At
the stroke of halftime against Genk.
I'm even slightly concerned that if we concede first,
I was very loud.
Close down the game.
He's not closing down the game.
Say it again one more time.
I'm scared. I'm actually nervous that look. Pep talks about us all the time. We know that he's shook. I'm afraid that if they take the lead early, second half he's going to close down the game.
I don't think so.
Listen, he has De Bruyne, Sterling, Bernardo Silva. He
plays with 3 number 10s, dude.
Bro,
like their press is also very good. Their press is also very good. So because their press is also very strong, like
they're not closing anything.
Our guys need to be I trust Genie. I trust Genie a lot. Yeah, I trust Genie. I really.
That's why our midfield is going to be our midfield tomorrow. How Fab, Hendo, and Genie play is going to determine whether we leave here with 3 points, we leave here with 1 point, or we eat shit, and it's all gonna come down.
Wait, you mean we'll either finish with 0, 1, or 3 points?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's insane.
Wow.
I thought
I didn't know that.
That's insane.
Because I think aside from the midfield, let's talk about our front three.
Also, before we talk about the front three, I really want to talk about our fullbacks real quick. Obviously,
do you realize what just happened here?
What?
I want to talk about the front three. No, I'm going to talk about the fullbacks. No, I'm going to talk about the
Let's go. We have content.
Okay, yeah. I mean, so let's start with the fullbacks since we're already on defense. I think Klopp and Pep have such a huge respect for each other. I think they know exactly how each other play. I think they focus on each other a lot throughout the season to see tactics, because obviously you're so close in the table. Pep is basic. Pep knows everyone knows, but I think Pep is probably one of the top managers in the world. All right, Liverpool played with their fullbacks. I think he would probably be maybe the best. I don't know what he would do. I don't know what tactics he would have, but I feel he can come up with something that that not will expose to how to defend the crosses coming in from the fullbacks, because other teams have been pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Others have been pretty good at it. We see like Trent. He's been having great games. He's been getting in there, but a lot of the crosses don't reach. We had a lot of trouble versus Aston Villa.
They bring back 4 guys into the box every single time.
Yo,
Right.
If
Yeah,
you
They drop
if you see teams
both
like
both number 6s they have every time into the box.
But also all these lesser teams, quote unquote, they're all defensive minded teams. When you're a team like that, they're all like
You're
they're
forced to be
English
defensive.
Teams. They're
I know.
they're tough teams. You know, defending crosses is what they do day in, day out.
No, but obviously. But now we're facing a Manchester City, like who Klopp likes to say are the best team in the world,
Listen,
and Pep says Liverpool the best team in the world.
if Villa can and Sheffield defend all these crosses, what makes you think City are not going to be able to do that?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Not only what
I
I'm saying
think
is
they're a little more vulnerable.
what I'm
Difference
saying.
with
They don't because they're. I mean,
I think they're a little more, they go for tactical play.
Walker does go up a lot. You're right.
Yes,
Walker.
and the difference with them defending versus anybody else, City defending across opens us up for a fucking counterattack every single time. Them defending across the wall and getting the ball quickly out of the box into a counterattack leaves most of our guys in the box when they're running at us.
and they
Yeah, but
smell the
that's
opposition.
that's every game.
yeah,
That's every
but
time.
it's one thing against having Sheffield counterattack you or Burnley counterattack you and Manchester City and De Bruyne and
Yeah,
Sterling
listen.
all running at you. There's
Listen,
a huge difference.
yeah, we have to like
You
listen.
know?
Robo can't really get caught out. They got speed. They got
Yes.
they got speed, dude.
Trent can't get caught out.
That's what I'm saying. Trent can't get out with Sterling, dude. He might. Who knows? He might do. Did he? Has he started Aguero and Jesus? He started recently. I think Aguero and Jesus together. No,
He might bring in Jesus. He's not starting them.
you know, like
They
he's
might bring it.
he may who knows?
as depleted
Who
as
knows?
depleted. They still have a fucking $1 billion backup. But as far as their starters being out, they have a team that it's. You know what I'm saying? There's like $1 billion on the
Incredible
bench.
team, yeah.
You know what I'm
Their
saying?
bench is a top 6 squad.
You get what I'm saying? Like, as depleted as the defense might be, that mid and that front is unbelievable. If you look at like a lot of the combined teams that people do, it's our back four, and it's like their mid, and then it's like Salah, Mane, Aguero, or
Yeah.
Salah, Aguero, Sterling.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like our defense, and they take us on the like they have really like.
I don't think they take us on offense.
No.
I think we have.
I'm not. I don't say take
Mane
us,
is the
but,
best player in the world.
but I'm saying that if you look at a lot of the combined 11s, it's
Yeah,
our
but
defense, it's Alisson.
That's not something to listen to because our midfield doesn't have the same task as theirs. Their midfield is a little more flashy.
Their midfielders.
I guess they play with
Yes,
like
more.
310s.
midfielders
And a lot
Those are
we play from our
workhorses.
Yeah.
We have workhorses.
They play like
That's
they
it.
play with 310s.
And
They
they-
play with 310s. We play with like 2 number 6s. in the holding.
Kevin De Bruyne,
The tiki taka game of cities.
David Silva,
But that's
Bernardo
when they
Silva.
get possession. Their tiki-taka game is impeccable when they get possession, and we prevent them from playing their game. As long as we can prevent them from playing their game, and we're clinical tomorrow, we don't have. There's no reason why we shouldn't score first, and we shouldn't score many.
Let's not forget the what was that? The Community Shield game that we
my
played them.
God, I don't even want to think about it.
Yeah, we were. I mean, listen, it's so different.
Yeah.
But we were.
They're gonna
Were we
come
not
out.
very? Were we not very dominant? Like the end of the second half.
Yeah,
the
we
whole
were-
second half.
Like
you
the
know,
last 15 minutes.
I know,
we picked
yeah,
it
I
up.
know. Obviously, it's so different, but you want to hope that I think we will. I think our guys are going to come out hot. I think we're confident.
Yeah.
They just got off a very tricky type of
We're gonna be fine,
midweek
boys.
game.
We're
Kyle
gonna be
Walker
more
with a
than
great
fine.
save.
No Ederson in goal is
We'll
listen.
they're gonna come out strong. They're gonna come out tough.
It's a 6-point
Let's-
game,
It's gonna be
and
good.
we
Let's compare real quick. Let's compare. Okay, so now we already went through what City's about going through with the keeper issue. We don't know the longevity of
Okay.
Ederson, but we lost one of the best keepers in the world on the first day of the season. We lost him for how long was it? A month and a half?
8
2
weeks.
months? About 2 months?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone is now saying, how will Liverpool's defense cope with the loss of
yeah.
Alisson? And you're like, yes, they can. They conceded the least amount of goals last year, and they have Virgil van Dijk, and they have Matip, and the best fullbacks in the world. We concede every game. We concede every game.
Yeah.
We haven't had a clean sheet. I got to look it up, but we have like
fact that we
three.
have- the fact that we have
Yeah,
some
we have like 3 clean
offense-
sheets all year. I think.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
clean sheets are not
Our,
good.
It's-
our number one defender is up for a Ballon d'Or, and we can't have.
Yeah,
It's-
and our yeah. So thankfully, even with a backup keeper in goal, we're able to pull out the results. Still conceding every single fucking game.
Yeah.
Now let's look at City's situation. Losing arguably a keeper just as good. I don't think he is, but whatever. Can their back line cope with not having a keeper like Ederson?
Probably, yeah.
Not only can their back line, because I said earlier that their offense really runs. A lot of distribution runs through it. Can they? How do you think they can cope
It
without
depends
that?
how good Claudio Bravo learned the system.
And it's also how well they can communicate
Yeah,
with
that's it.
keeper to back
You
line.
never know. They might be great. Listen, they're professionals at the end of the day.
And if Fernando's there,
You know?
Fernando ran their midfield for ran their midfield for years, and if he's back there running the
Yeah,
defense,
it'll
it's,
be
you know
fine.
what I mean? It's not like we said, you're not giving it up to a 19-year-old guy from an academy. You're giving it to someone who has played every team in the league, played Champions League, knows how to roll, knows how to control.
Highly
You know what I mean?
experienced.
Highly, highly experienced and very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you know, realistically, can they cope?
All right, look, check
the
this
fact
out.
that they score so much, they can cope. You know what I mean?
They can. They'll be fine.
Check this out. So in September, since the Norwich game, right? Since Norwich, which was September 14th. So in the rest of the month of September, they only conceded 1 goal after that and 3 win against Everton.
Who'd they play?
Everton. Okay, I just lost it. Okay, so in September, since Everton, since Norwich, okay, 1 goal in September. They lost 2-0 to Wolves, but just also 2 goals in October, and so far in November, I keep losing it. That's 3 goals.
November, they've conceded 2.
Either way, the defense has been shaky.
Another 2. So 5 goals since September 14th.
Yeah, but
They're not conceding, and they're scoring a
None
lot.
of those stats are facing Mane, Salah.
No, I understand, but we're facing the lesser teams, and we're conceding. You get what I'm saying? Like, our last clean sheet, holy shit. Our last clean sheet, we had MK Dons 2-0, and we beat Sheffield 1-0. You understand? What was the date? What were the dates on that?
Listen, the point is made. The point is made. We get it. Like, we concede and, like, they don't concede or haven't been as conceding as much as we have. That's not the point. That's not going to decide who wins and who loses. Like, we'll be fine. Both teams concede. Both teams' defense have been a little bit more shaky this year than they were last year. That's the bottom line. It's going to come down to who's going to perform tomorrow, who's going to play their hearts out, who's going to really, really, like, nail the tactics. It's going to be very crucial. It's going to come down to every inch and how the players show up. And if they show up like they did the past couple of weeks, we're fucked. If they don't, we'll be in great shape, and I firmly believe that. And that's it.
Yeah.
We'll be good to go.
Well
City
done.
tomorrow, boys.
Well done.
Fucking City.
Yeah.
So let's get this W, guys. Let's do it. I think we got it in the bag. As long as the mentality is right, in Klopp we trust, and the players we trust,
Always.
everything's going to be
This
all
is
right.
fucking Anfield.
This is fucking
This is
Anfield.
fucking Anfield. So on that note, guys, thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud, MySpace, as Dean likes to say.
Love MySpace.
We're all over the place. Shout out Princess Remy. See you guys later.